Okay, so to give everybody a sense at a visual level what marketing automation is all about, so SalesFUSION is a platform, and within this platform you've got a number of different functional components to it. You've got marketing, which has email marketing, different kinds, drip, trigger, nurture. You've got landing pages, which allow you to create everything from a form to a Facebook landing page, to generate QR codes, to do social media publishing. It's usually the destination. What happens in a marketing automation system is that the emails you generate, and we're not going to go through all the minutiae on this, but the emails that you generate, the landing pages, forms, publishing pages, social pages, surveys, redirects, tracking URLs, all has JavaScript on it. What that JavaScript does is place first-party cookie on the machine of the person that either clicks the email or fills out the form. What that does is that allows us to track who's on our website, why they're there, and what did they do when they got there. What this looks like is Web Tracker. So here we've got somebody from a couple of examples. You have known visitors, such as Samantha, who works for our company, who's been cookied in the past. We know who Samantha is. We've cookied her. We know this IP is related to this email address. This allows us to say every time Samantha comes to the website, we know what she does when she comes to the site. It also allows you to find companies who are on your site and understand how companies are getting to your site and what they're doing. This is a reverse IP append. We know who this company is because they own that IP. Anonymous visitor data is going to show us completely anonymous visitors, and oftentimes, I'm going to go through here, give us some kind of search criteria. That search criteria can be a number of things. We don't have too much organic search. Somebody searches on this and winds up on our website. We may not know who they are yet, but we know they got there. So you've got email, landing pages, cookie, so that we can see who's on the site. Then you've got this whole notion of lead management. Lead Analyzer in SalesFUSION. What it does is it basically allows you to go out, create a contact scoring profile. And let me go in here. Contact scoring profile. Let me open this up. Is going to measure 5 categories of data: web activity, email campaigns, landing pages, events, and data. Web activity could be something as simple as, I want to go in and evaluate, and we can actually go in here and build rules. I want to evaluate when somebody has been on my site within the last 30 days. I want to give a point value of a certain number of points. If somebody is on my site and they look at a specific target page, and it could be a path like salesfusion.com/pricing, and then you can assign a different value to that, 50 points. So what you're able to do is go through and say, this value is worth this value is worth that. The same thing holds true for emails. For emails, I may say, if you click on an email and you go up and look at email campaigns that you have on the system, if you clicked on this, you get a point. If you opened it, you get 5. If you clicked, you get 15. You are basically assigning values to activities. Then what happens is we can do lead routing and say, well, if you come in and you score we'll call these our hot leads. If you score at 50 points to 100 points, we're going to call you a hot lead, and then what we're going to do is add an action and push you to CRM. Add the lead to CRM, add a task, add an opportunity, etc., etc. So that's the process by which we create rules in the system to say when does the lead go and when does the lead stay. And most often the way this works, and if I'm not going to go into my production system because that's got proprietary data, customer data in it, and I can't do that, but at least not in a webinar format. generally what you'll see is red light, green light, hot, warm, cold, bronze, silver, gold. People come in at the low levels and we put them into campaigns. When they hit the high levels, we give them the sales. And then ultimately what people should see when they go into sales, so let's say, for example, Michael North here was a hot lead. So I'm in Sugar, I'm in a lead, Michael's lead is here. We'll take all that data, the web activity history, say, okay, I know Michael's been on my site, or I know Michael's attended an event, or I know Michael's had certain web activity. All that's going to be dropped into these fields that we create and tables that we create inside of Sugar. So here's, these are basically campaigns that he clicked through. History would be, in this example, we've detected Michael had web activity. If I click on the web activity detected, I can go in and look at what Michael did on the site that day, what pages he looked at, things along those lines. Now, all this data is ultimately populated into Sugar in database fields. So you can create groups in Sugar, you can create segments, you can create lists in Sugar of all the data that marketing collects. And again, that's going to be things like campaigns, email, landing pages, web activity, event activity, etc. This can all be boiled down into a view that's a little bit more palatable for a salesperson. So what we do in SalesFUSION is definitely kind of unique is we pop up a little report like this, and this report is essentially designed to give you a complete profile and disposition of this lead. Michael's web activity over some time period, 90 days, and it's a rolling 90-day view up here. Each week, how often does he come to my site? And the week of February 4th, he was on and he looked at 9 pages. I click on the number 9, and what it shows me is all the pages that Michael looked at and for how long. Email campaigns. What email campaigns have we sent, and has he opened, clicked, unsubscribed, forwarded to a friend, etc.? You can also drop him in a campaign right from here. I can compose emails right from here using templates that we've made available to sales. We can see what distribution lists he's associated with and add him to new lists. Let's say you have a monthly newsletter list. You could see what landing pages he's completed, and you can view the results of how he's answered questions in a landing page. Right through things like life cycle, scoring summaries, all designed to give you the sense of what has happened with this lead up until this point in time. Everything down to Michael was on my website on February 14th, and he looked at our recorded videos page. And oh, by the way, if you're a salesperson, you're not familiar with the content on that page, click the pop-up, and we'll show you the content of that web page. Again, it's meant to give you the complete history of what that lead did. So giving that to salespeople on a silver platter via an email alert, it gets them excited about the whole process again. Giving them information other than just a running stream of click-throughs gives them some context that they can use when they call for the first time. And there's other elements and other components inside of the Sugar integration, such as the ability to go in and create campaigns in the system and basically, go and build campaigns inside of Sugar and, use SalesFUSION. Let me just close that out. As the mechanism by which we do email campaigns right to lists in Sugar. This opens up the email designer. It has access to our template library. We can put templates in. So there's all manner of things that we can do with sending email communications out of Sugar. But really, the key thing I wanted to touch on today, and then I'll pause and then we'll open it up for questions, Chloe, is
Sure.
Giving salespeople good information about leads, not inundating them with unqualified suspects, giving them information that they can use on a phone call. If I'm calling Michael back, okay, if I go in here and I look up Michael's record and I just got, an alert saying Michael's on the site and we need to call him back, you want to make it so that one click, here's that orange button that I know gives me all that information. I click on it, and we open it up, and I can get a real picture of what I should talk to this prospect about when I call them. So Chloe, if you like, we can open it up to questions, or I'll just send it back to you.
All right, great. Look, let's open it up for questions. What I'll do is if anyone wants to ask a question, just type your name down in the chat box and I will unmute you. I've got everyone muted at the moment. Is there anyone that wants to ask any questions? Okay, I'm not sure if it's working. I haven't received anything in the chat section, so I'm not sure if it's working or if nobody has any questions. I guess we can just leave it at that, and if anyone has any, email me. Yep, sure. Thanks, Justin. He just typed in that he doesn't have a question, but he was just seeing if it was working, and it is. So no questions then, Kevin. I think we can close it up there, and if anyone wants to ask anything else, they can email me.